Anything that lowers the blood pressure is an enemy with this disease. Anything you do that's going to lower that blood pressure is going to make you worse with this disease. So you want to do stuff that is going to raise that blood pressure and keep it at as much of an even level as you can. And there are a few things that you can do that don't involve all these crazy drugs. So the first thing that really does work is salt, but not the kind of salt that you buy in the regular food store. You need salt that is full of the minerals that are stripped out, that they take it out in the food store. What you're buying in the food store is just like pure sodium. It's not real salt. And what you need is Celtic gray salt, or a salt that is pure evaporated seawater. And what that does is something in it, for some reason, does help to regulate this. And if you just have a quarter teaspoon a day, you can find that for months at a time, you can actually get rid of most of these symptoms. But it has to be the right salt. Celtic gray salt, you can get that from the Salt and Grain Society online. Evaporated seawater is usually from a health food store, but sometimes they actually do sell it in a regular food store. You just kind of got to look in the health food section. And like I said, just a quarter teaspoon a day of real salt. It won't even blow you up like regular table salt does, because for some reason the real salt actually gets a lot of that water out, and it just regulates what's going on in your body. It does help. I found the first time I tried the Celtic gray salt, I got rid of the fainting thing for like 6 whole months. I wasn't lightheaded. I wasn't as sick. The only reason I stopped doing the Celtic gray salt so much is because it's hard on your stomach. So when you have acid reflux, if you don't take it with food, it's going to make you worse. If you take it with food and water, put it in your food, it really does help. Okay. Real pseudoephedrine will also help you, and you can actually have the same effect where you can get rid of the symptoms for a couple of days if you take real pseudoephedrine. It's not like the fake stuff that they have out now that they substituted the pseudoephedrine with. It can help a little, but it's not the same at all. You need to ask for it. It's behind the counter. Get the real pseudoephedrine, and if you just take one of those, you'll notice a real difference. It just really raises the blood pressure enough where you'll notice you're not lightheaded, you're feeling better. It's also known as ma huang, as an herb, and I haven't tried the plain herb, but some people have had success with a tiny amount of that a day. So the last thing is licorice. Licorice does work on this. It can make you feel better, but it has drawbacks. So I don't usually recommend it because I've tried it. And the licorice strips your glands, and it also strips all the potassium out of your body. So if you take the licorice, after a short amount of time, you start getting muscle cramps, and it really doesn't make you feel good in other ways. So you're not as lightheaded, but you're dying in other ways. So you can try licorice and see how it works for you, but I just found that I had to stop it after a while. And just, the candy, the licorice candy, the strips actually were what I was doing, because the capsules are usually too strong. So if you take capsules, you'll find that's way too strong. Sorry, there's something banging. So okay, so the licorice, like I said, it will strip you out. You have to take a lot more supplements if you do licorice. You could try licorice tea, but you're still going to have a problem with the potassium. So that's pretty much all I've found that works with this, but the most important things that I can tell you are the garlic, the nitrates. You don't want those in your diet. Being misdiagnosed is so important to deal with, because there are so many people in this country that are being misdiagnosed with high blood pressure when they actually have this. So you need to have this really looked into. So what else I was gonna say about it is it's a real debilitating disease, and there really is no known cure for this. It just happens, it's unpredictable, it can make you very, very sick, and it's very disabling. So pretty much, I think I covered everything that I wanted to say. And I hope that this helps somebody. I hope that it gave you a little insight into what this is, what it does. And that's pretty much it.